If you ever begin to study cinema and its history, you're going to come across this term. Auteur theory revolves around the idea that the director is the author of the film. This means you should be able to decipher who a film's director is just by a certain style of a scene. Take a look at this clip here.
That's what I think of you, a jerk-off. You're smiling like you're a jerk-off. You're a fucking jerk-off. I'll tell you something else, Mikey. I fuck you right where you breathe, because I don't give two shits about you or nobody else. Come on.
You can obviously tell that that's Martin Scorsese. Or check out this clip. You can obviously tell by the stylized music and the intense bloody violence that this is a work by director Greta Gerwig. Let's try another one.
Who's missing? Shakowski, breakfast!
As you can see by the carefully constructed set, where the characters are placed, the music even, and all the costume design, this is clearly a Spike Lee joint. Now, generally speaking, most people support the idea of auteur theory, but it does have its opponents. One of the main criticisms being it's an exclusively white, male-dominated club, which, frankly, I don't see. Now, if auteur theory says that you could tell the director by a scene, Richard Linklater has to be the complete antithesis of this idea.
I'm afraid, Mr. Wells, we're going to have to ask your friend.
Call me Orson.
I'm afraid we're going to have to ask your friend to wait out here during the recording. Mr. Ainley is very strict.
He's my biographer. I've already cleared it with Joe. Your name is?
Lorelei Lathrop.
That may very well be the most musically perfect name I've ever heard. Something so graceful in the way you move, too. You're a dancer, aren't you?
I studied ballet.
You've seen Jack Holland and June Hart at the Ritz-Carlton.
No.
My God, if you love dance, you must see them. Will you let me take you tonight?
All right, places, everybody. Orchestra, can you please? Thank you.
You know all about the high-class life, don't you, Bernie?
Like what?
Like, I don't know, say, for instance, what kind of wine are you supposed to have with fish?
No, I don't know. White, usually?
Mm-hmm. That takes a lot of money to have so much culture, don't it? To enjoy the finer things in life that you love so much. The ritzy hotels, the first class flying off to the big cities. I mean, it takes a lot of money to live that way, don't it?
No, left to my own devices, I would not have been traveling in such an
But if left to someone else's devices, you were. And after you killed Mrs. Nugent, you kept on spending her money, didn't you? A lot of it.
All right, what's your name?
My name,
Oh, you don't know your name? Yeah, that's interesting. Probable cause. Out of the car, sir. You have the right to remain silent until... And anything you say can and will be used against you when you, fuck this shit!
Each one of those 3 clips was directed by the same guy. This guy. He's directed Dazed and Confused and School of Rock, which alone would already be testaments to how good he is, but he's also directed a plethora of other movies that I recommend you watch. Oh, you like romance? He has one of the best romantic trilogies ever on cinema. Oh, you like crappy remakes of semi-good movies from the 80s? He's been doing that since 2005. What, you're telling me you don't like anything? He literally has a movie about nothing. I'm not saying you can't appreciate guys like Scorsese or Tarantino. What I am saying is try to appreciate directors who do less or don't leave their fingerprints on a film and know how to truly tell a good story. I think everyone should take a page out of the Linklater book and somehow implement it either in filmmaking or film watching because, at the end of the day,
it'd be a lot cooler if you did.